Hello everyone and welcome to Dan Chalmers Tech, and I hope you're doing well. And sorry I haven't uploaded a video in a couple of days, I've not been feeling very well, but we're going to be talking about news from the last couple of days itself. We've got Intel 5-core processors, Cascade Lake X, Intel at IFA, which is quite an interesting topic I want to cover, AMD boost speeds, and also a couple of other little bits and pieces. So let's roll that intro and jump straight on into it. So up first is a 5-core processor, and that's right, you heard me, 5 cores. Thanks to Tom Apisak over on Twitter, we found a 3D mark entry for Intel's Lakeville chip. The 5-core 5-thread CPU was running at a base clock of 3.1 GHz and a boost clock of 3.166 GHz. We also believe this is Intel using their Foveros technology. Now this is their way of stacking everything onto the chip, like RAM, the CPU and the GPU. We are also to believe this is to be Sunny Cove as the big CPU, with the 4 smaller CPUs being Atom Tremont cores. It looks like Intel will also use a 22nm node for the base die and a 10nm for the compute die. So in Firestrike, Lakefield scored on the GPU side of things 1100 and a physics score of 5200. So sticking with Intel, an IFA happened this week, and it looks like they are to release a new high-end desktop processor in October of this year. Cascade Lake X is going to be the successor to Skylake X and is also going to be based on the LGA 2066 platform. Now Cascade Lake X is going to offer up to 18 cores, the same with that as Skylake X. However, we don't know if it's going to be a 7th or 9th gen refresh, but we do know it's going to be based on 14nm plus. Intel also claims to offer more performance per dollar over their AMD competitor Threadripper. In a chart it shows that 2nd gen Threadripper, the 2990WX, the 2970WX and the 2950X were 1.3 to 1.6 times faster than Skylake X. However, Cascade Lake X is to be 1.74 to 2.09 times faster than the 2nd gen Threadripper. Let's hope they don't call it something stupid like the i9-109980XE or some other mouthful. Let's hope they come out with a new iteration of naming schemes that's easier to pronounce. So there's also been talk of Intel dropping their CPU prices. Now, we can only hope that this is true, considering their claim is to offer more performance per dollar in that slide that we've just seen. However, it does cost Intel a lot of money to make these 14nm chips, so if we were to see any CPUs drop, it may be around 10 to 15%. But then again, this is Intel and they don't think that they need to drop their CPU prices because they think they're market leaders. However, that isn't the case with AMD catching them up. However, moving away from Cascade Lake X, and we're going to move on to IFA slides. So at IFA, Intel talked about their real-world applications. They actually used this slide as a direct dig at AMD, who used Cinema 4D for their promotional material. Fair enough that AMD are your competitor, and they claim that only 0.22% of users actually use this software. Now, that's not deceitful at all, until we dive a little bit deeper and find the survey was actually done on notebooks and 2-in-1s. Intel are comparing their notebook and 2-in-1 processors to AMD's desktop processors. For f***'s sake Intel, if you're going to do a comparison, at least do it apples to apples. So moving on to Ryzen 3000 series CPUs, and they haven't been hitting their advertised boost speeds. Now this is actually a shame as it was going so well for AMD. The Bauer did a survey of nearly 3,000 users using Cinebench R15 and Hardware Info of the Ryzen 5 3600 and 3600X, and also the Ryzen 9 3900X. So about half the 3600 users were reporting the CPU boosting correctly. When it came to the 3600X, only 9.4% were hitting 4.4 GHz or better. But it gets worse, only 5.6% of the 3900X owners were able to reach the advertised boost clocks. Now if you wish to see the video, I'll have linked it in the description down below, but since then AMD have released this statement. While processor boost frequency is dependent on many variables including workload, system design and cooling solution, we have closely reviewed the feedback from our customers and have identified an issue in our firmware that reduces boost frequency in some situations. We are in the process of preparing a BIOS update for our motherboard partners that addresses that issue and includes additional boost performance optimizations. We will provide an update on September the 10th to the community regarding the availability of the BIOS. Now this is probably going to be when the Ryzen 9 3950X releases, but until then we don't know, but obviously keep up to date with your BIOSes on September the 10th, and obviously please do let me know what your findings are in the comment section down below once you've done the BIOS update. So in other news, and thanks to Momomo who spotted this on over at PCIe, but it looks like 3rd generation Threadripper will support PCIe Gen 4. Moving on, and it looks like MSI are registering new motherboards for 3rd generation Threadripper in their Pro series lineup, which is their mid-range selection. We got the TRX40 Pro 10G and the TRX40 Pro Wi-Fi. And last up is Nvidia. Now obviously we have heard rumours of a 1650 Ti, and if you want to see that video it is up here or around here somewhere, but it also looks like they're releasing a 1660 Super. Well, what's going to be the point in a 1660 Super? Well, obviously we know that Navi 14 GPUs like the RX 5600 are coming shortly. So on over at My Drivers, the 1660 Super was spotted. Now the only difference between the vanilla version and the Super is that the Super is GDDR6 memory instead of GDDR5. However, that does it all for me today. Please tell me what you think about today's news in the comments section down below. Before you leave, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up, and please do hit that subscribe button, it'd be greatly appreciated, and do click on that bell icon for more notifications for myself, and like always, I shall see you in the next video.